Hey, it's Dorleen. Welcome to my channel. Today I am part of the Iron Crafter Challenge, and if you click in the information box, you can read more about it. But it's a Facebook group, and we do a challenge, or she does a challenge, the third Friday of every month. She waits until kind of midway and lets us know what the craft item is that we're supposed to be using, and the idea is basically to, use your stash. So I decided to do a 2-page layout. Oh, I forgot, this month is the project or the pocket cards, or the type of cards you get like on a full 12 by 12 sheet of paper that has all the cutouts, that kind of stuff. So this is a Christmas layout. This I'm trying to use as many photos as possible because that's kind of my style. And I cut out these 2 pieces of pattern paper. The one on the left is 9 by 9, and the one on the right that I'm putting on now is 9 by 11. So I kind of just eyeballed the center going vertically on that left side, and of course on the right side I want to make sure it matches up, so that way it's kind of like a smooth transition from left to right. But that was pretty simple part of it, and that's really the only pattern paper that I use. Like I mentioned before, I try to use as many photos as possible, and of course most of these are always 4 by 6. I put 2 on the left side, and then I have 3 on the right, and you'll see that as I adhere them on there. I'm really sorry for that glare, but I think if you follow my channel, you know that I've said we have this kind of like this big kind of garage-like fluorescent light in our craft room, which is great for lighting, but it's really horrible for filming. And you can see how it's the long, with the long tubes going across, and you can see that in the glare, but you can see the gist of the layout. So these are the cards that I'm using. Now, I completely forgot about these, and look at how pretty they are. I mean, they've got like silver foil and just all kinds of really pretty colors. So I'm just going through, I'm not even sure what I'm doing, just kind of pulling out what I think I can use, either for like a journaling box or for an embellishment. This is Christmas Eve, so I really like that 'twas the night before Christmas, because it was the night before Christmas. I decided not to use the 4 by 6 size because I realized that was just way too big, especially since I already had so many 4 by 6 photos. But within this little packet, there's all these other embellishments. I don't even know the last time I've looked through this. Matter of fact, I completely forgot I had it. And I think with the colors and everything, I could pretty much use it for any paper line, because this is not part of this paper line. But you see how it just coordinates perfectly because I pulled out the greens and the reds, the black, silver. It goes with anything Christmas, really. So I use one of that Naughty and Nice one over there on the left, which you can see. I just basically am adhering all the little pieces down, and instead of using the big, it was the night before Christmas, I saw that smaller one. Almost kind of reminds me of like a chalkboard that you might see like in a coffee house or something, but I just love it right there. And honestly, that is the only card that I end up using in this layout, or this layout spread. But I think it still is okay as far as this challenge, because part of it is I just even forgot that I had this stash. So thank you for this challenge, because now I remember, and I'm going to be using them more. I just know it, especially for this year, because when I do my Christmas Eve and also Christmas Day, I try to coordinate like each year, and it's whatever it is that I'm using, because I'm kind of a hoarder on on Christmas paper and embellishments. Didn't realize that until I started doing my Christmas list. I'm like, wow, I got a lot to choose from. But anyhow, I'm just, like I said, adding the embellishments as I see fit. This title I cut from my Cricut, and you see the words Christmas Eve. Those are all supposed to be individual letters, and instead I just attach them to the base, and so they cut out instead. And how much easier is that to put together? So it looks like there's green letters, when in actuality that's just the green paper in the back. The word crew is they're separated out, one, because they're different color and I didn't want to have to worry about putting something underneath, but 2, they're big block letters, and there's only 4 of them, and that was perfectly fine to cut them out individually. And honestly, I've done titles where I've cut out all the little letters, but this is definitely a time saver, so I'm going to start looking at that a little closer when I work on other future titles. But again, super easy to put together. I just use some liquid adhesive, and I'm just, plopping it all together, excuse me, layering it all together so where it looks cute. I thought that was a really simple title, but you know what? We are the Christmas Eve crew, so it worked out perfect. But I hope you like this video so far, and if you do, give me a thumbs up. Make sure you click on the subscribe button, because I do 2 layouts a week. Excuse me, 2 posts a week. One is always scrapbooking. The other is whatever it is I'm creating in the command center, which is the name of my craft room and also my blog. Down in the information box, I'll have all the information about this Iron Crafter challenge, who it's sponsored by, and also all the other people that are hopping, because this is a YouTube hop and also an Instagram hop, and I'll have that information as well, if that's something you want to do. I'll have my Instagram account down there as well in the information box, because I pretty much post everything on Instagram as well. So just like you and that's what we do, right? Social media. But that's okay, because that's where we get a lot of our ideas and inspiration. And it's really fun to support other artists, because we need that little thumbs up because it gives us a little hey, people like this. I like it. People do, so I must be doing something right. But these journaling strips are from close to my heart. And I know, a lot of times I just use, scrap paper or regular just cardstock and cut it down to strips. But this makes it so much easier. First of all, the adhesive is already in the back, so you don't have to worry about that. And also, all the strips are, the same size. Woo, go figure. At least as far as, height of the strips. And it does give you variety, a thinner strip, and some of them are a little thicker. So I'm pulling out those embellishments again, because I mentioned earlier that I didn't end up using another card over here on that right side, mostly because, like I mentioned, there's not a whole lot of room, and I was really trying to concentrate on the photos. But again, all these embellishments are part of that pack, so I thought it would still be okay as part of the challenge. And again, still good. These just kind of your basic Christmas embellishments, with the peppermints and the poinsettias, the snowflakes, the holly and ornaments. So I did keep it the same, where I put the ornaments over there on the corners. There's 3, I believe, on the left side, 2 over here on the right. Now I'm adding some holly leaves, and then I'm going to add some holly leaves over here on this side too, just because I want it to definitely flow with, the left and the right side, as a 2-page layout, and as it is in my album. But again, I hope you like this, and if you do, I hope you decide to give me a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. I do grab a black pen in a second, because like where those ornaments are, even though I could have used like a thread or something, but that's not going to happen. But I wanted to give that look of, they're on a string instead of just kind of floating there. So I just do like a really thin line, and I even do like a little squiggle of as if it's like tied, or not a bow, but just like a little tie with some little like loose ends. And I do that on both sides. And then before I'm all done, that card that I have over on that left side, that Naughty and Nice, and even though it's got like printed other things to do, I'm just writing over it and using it as another journaling block. And I do that a lot too with other cards that I have. But I hope you like it. I know I do. It's simple, but it's to the point, right? Thanks for watching. Bye.